Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jack and Emma podcast, where we help you learn English through simple conversations and real-life topics. Today's episode is very practical and useful because we are going to talk about café vocabulary and how to use English when you go to a café.
Hi everyone, we are very happy that you are here with us today, and we hope you are ready to learn some useful English that you can use in your daily life. Going to a cafe is something many people enjoy, and it is also a great place to practice simple English conversations.
Yes, that's right. And even if your English is not perfect, you can still order food and drinks, ask questions, and have a simple conversation in a cafe. Today, we will help you learn the words, phrases, and sentences you need to feel confident.
So relax, listen carefully, and try to imagine that you are in a cafe while you listen to this conversation.
Imagine that you walk into a cafe on a quiet morning and you can smell fresh coffee and baked bread. The atmosphere is calm and there are people sitting, talking, and enjoying their drinks.
When you enter a cafe, sometimes a staff member will greet you with a friendly smile and say something like, "Hello, welcome," or "Good morning, how can I help you today?"
At that moment, you can respond in a simple and polite way by saying hello or good morning, and then you can decide if you want to sit down or order immediately.
If the cafe has tables, you might hear someone say, "Please take a seat," which means you can sit anywhere you like and relax before ordering your food or drink.
Now let's talk about ordering drinks, which is one of the most common things people do in a cafe. There are many types of drinks, but you don't need to know all of them to start.
Yes, you can start with simple and common drinks like coffee, tea, juice, or water. For example, you can say, "I would like a coffee," or "Can I have a cup of tea, please?"
If you want to be a little more specific, you can say, "I would like a hot coffee," or "I would like an iced coffee," depending on what you prefer.
Many cafes also offer drinks like cappuccino, latte, or espresso, but if you are not sure, you can simply ask, "What do you recommend?" or "What is popular here?"
Another useful question is, do you have milk alternatives if you want soy milk, almond milk, or oat milk?
And if you want your drink to take away, you can say, "Can I have it to go?" or "Can I take it away?"
Now let's talk about ordering food in a cafe, which is also very common. Cafes usually have simple food like sandwiches, cakes, pastries, or salads.
Yes, you can say something like, "I would like a sandwich," or "Can I have a piece of cake, please?" These are simple and polite sentences.
If you want to ask about the menu, you can say, "What do you have?" or "What do you recommend?" This is very helpful if you are not sure what to choose.
Sometimes you may want to ask about ingredients, especially if you have allergies or preferences. You can say, "Does this have nuts?" or "Is this vegetarian?"
If you are very hungry, you can also order more than one thing, and you can say, "I would like a sandwich and a coffee," or "I'll have a salad and a juice."
It is always good to speak slowly and clearly so the staff can understand you easily.
In a cafe, you may need to ask questions, and it is important to know some simple question forms.
For example, you can ask, "How much is this?" if you want to know the price of something.
You can also ask, "Do you have Wi-Fi?" if you want to use the internet while you are in the cafe.
Another useful question is, "Where is the bathroom?" which is very important in many situations.
If you didn't hear something clearly, you can say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" or "Can you speak a little slower, please?"
These are very useful and polite ways to communicate in English.
After you finish your food and drinks, you will need to pay the bill, and this is another important part of the cafe experience.
You can say, "Can I have the bill, please?" or "Can I pay now?" These are simple and polite sentences.
The staff may ask you, "Cash or card?" which means they want to know how you want to pay.
You can answer by saying, "I will pay by card," or "I will pay in cash," depending on your preference.
Sometimes, in some countries, people leave a small tip to say thank you for good service, but this depends on the culture.
After paying, you can say, "Thank you," and the staff will usually reply, "Thank you, have a nice day."
Now let's practice a simple cafe conversation so you can hear it how it sounds in real life.
Yes, imagine that you are ordering in a cafe.
Hello, good morning. I would like a cup of coffee and a sandwich, please, and I would like to sit here.
Sure, that sounds great. Would you like your coffee hot or iced? And would you like anything else with your order today?
I would like a hot coffee, please, and that will be all for now because I am not very hungry.
That's perfect. Your total is $5 and you can take a seat while we prepare your order.
Thank you very much. I will sit over there and wait for my food and drink.
You're welcome, and we will bring your order to your table shortly.
So, today we talked about cafe vocabulary and simple English sentences that you can use in real life when you go to a cafe.
Yes, and remember that you do not need perfect English to communicate. Simple words and clear sentences are enough to help you in many situations.
Try to practice these sentences in your daily life, or even practice speaking alone at home to build your confidence.
The more you practice, the more comfortable you will feel, and slowly you will become better at speaking English.
Learning English should be enjoyable and useful, so try to use it in real situations whenever you can.
Thank you very much for listening to the Jack and Emma podcast today.
Keep practicing English every day, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Goodbye.